So, we each have two hands, and in some traditions one is for giving and one is for receiving. Generally, the left is the hand of receiving and the right is for giving. So if you have any protection bracelets, they should be put on the left wrist to act as a filter for things coming in. Another is that the right hand is celestial or heavenly, while the left is earthly or that of the underworld. Left-handed people were thought to be of the devil and using the devil's hand, and there's anecdotes of people in strict religious schools being punished for using their left hand to write, even into the 1970s in this country, though it may still continue. Another idea is that the right hand is for blessing and healing, while the left is for blasting and cursing. Pictures of Jesus always have him with his right hand up, as in a gesture of blessing or of giving. Baphomet has a right hand pointing up and the left pointing down, in a representation of his dual nature becoming one and balanced within his symbolic body. Talismans for healing or giving work can be put upon the right wrist to aid in the power of that generative work. You can also put rings on each of the fingers to be used, which are in this case aligned not to planets like in palmistry, but to the elements, the thumb being earth, the index finger being air, middle finger being spirit, ring finger is water, and the little finger is fire. This is the same for both hands, though the left hand can be used in magic of a diminishing nature, though this in itself shouldn't suggest the left is only used for cursing. For example, if I wanted to diminish heartburn, I'd use the little finger on my left hand and work in an anti-clockwise direction on the area being treated, so that I'm diminishing the fire in that area. I may couple this later by taking my right hand, the hand of increase, and using my ring or water finger and working clockwise on the area to increase the water in that area to further diminish the fire aspect of the heartburn. Hippocrates, and this is a very simplified version by the way, came up with the idea that illness could be wet, cold, warm or dry. Also, as the four humours, and it was these elemental imbalances within the body which caused illness. A body could have too much blood, air, phlegm, water, black bile, earth, or yellow bile, fire. I may make another video about this in more detail later on, at some point. Anyway, the idea is you'd need to cancel out the imbalances within the body by using its opposite. For example, if you had a phlegmy chest, you'd do well to take herbs which were drying to counter the unbalanced overflow of water within the body. Likewise, a fever could be brought down by taking herbs with a cooling effect. I use the hands in much the same way. The finger most appropriate to the work being done can be used to cast a circle, summon spirits, stir incense, cooking, medicinal preparations and magical workings, etc., to boost the working's elemental virtues, while the fingers act as a conduit for that power you're cooking up, whatever that may be. Using the moon phase in conjunction with the left or right hands would also lend more alignment to the working, be it that of generative or diminishing. For example, you could make a fire incense on the day and hour of the sun, on a waxing moon, using the little finger of the right hand in a clockwise direction. It's another tool to add more potency to a working. The first time I came across this information about the fingers, it really struck a chord with me. I hadn't seen anything like it anywhere else, and I found it in Gemma book, A Cornish Book of Ways. And before sharing this information, I reached out to Gemma and got her approval to share the information she had given in her book. So thank you, Gemma, for granting me permission to share some of your work. Gemma's book and publishing store Troy Books are linked below, and I highly recommend them. All of Gemma's work is quite frankly amazing. Thanks for watching.